and online, WSGW.com.
Mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Hopefully you had a good holiday, and hopefully you warmed up just a little bit. Boy, it was bitter cold yesterday afternoon with those breezes. Temperatures, for the most part, though, weren't all that bad. We were picking up a little bit as we went through the day, and right now, our overnight lows, not all that chilly at all. We're currently at 30 degrees at the airport, 32 now here at Radio Center, downtown Midland 31, downtown Bay City looking at 32. We do have a south breeze about 5 miles per hour, so we don't have much of a wind chill. Barometer is steady, 29.44. We have a high pressure system that's influencing our weather right now. With that clockwise circulation, it is pushing some warmer air, if that's what you want to call it, up into Michigan. We're above average right now. That's normally 29 in the afternoon and 16 at night. And our temperature is going to pick up a few more degrees before we're all done. 34, 35 degrees. We might see a glimpse of sun here and there. I have seen traces of sunshine in northern Michigan, but again, it's traces, not a lot of significant sun. But because of that breeze from the south, our temperatures are going to hold up about the middle 30s, 35, possibly even 36. And then overnight tonight, the temperatures aren't going to go down. Matter of fact, they'll stay pretty constant in the middle 30s. We'll still have plenty of clouds. And it does appear as though our winds will stay out of the south, turning a little bit to the southwest and really picking up in speed. Overnight tonight, we'll have wind gusts of right around 30 miles per hour, and it will blow in some snow shower, snow flurry activity. And as we get into the evening hours with that temperature above the freezing mark, we will see a little bit of liquid precipitation as well. So be advised, not so much a lot of icing, but there will be some slick roads because overnight tonight and early tomorrow morning in that morning commute, we will have some overpasses, some side roads that aren't normally salted, not heavily trafficked. They will be rather slick, as well as sidewalks because of that wind. As we go through the day tomorrow, we're looking for a frontal system, a low pressure system, which will scoot along the southernmost sections of Canada across north of Lake Superior. That is going to pull a cold front through the state as we go through the day tomorrow. So our overnight low will be our daytime high, and then temperatures will drop off rather dramatically once that front moves through. And I think that's going to move through late in the morning or the early afternoon. So our temperatures are going to be 35, 36 degrees, dropping down to about 8 degrees for a low tomorrow night. And along with that is going to come a west breeze tomorrow, 15 to 20 miles per hour. So not quite as gusty as what it will be overnight tonight. Then it'll become more northwesterly as we move into the evening hours tomorrow night, clearing the skies out and dropping the temperature down into the single digits. Thursday, it's going to stay cold, partly cloudy, clouds as we move into the afternoon, a northwest breeze right around 10 miles per hour. 18 is going to be our high on Thursday. We'll have wind chills in the single digits, if not below, and those wind chills will be below zero on Thursday night with partly cloudy skies, 3 for a low. Then on Friday, pretty much the same, maybe a couple degrees warmer during the afternoon. Let's say 20 degrees. We'll have some sun on Friday. Friday night with partly cloudy skies will drop down to 9. So it looks as though Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so we're looking at early Thursday morning, early Friday morning, and early Saturday morning. Those temperatures are going to be pretty close. They'll be in single digits. Then on Saturday, we'll warm up a little bit with clouds. Mid-20s is what we're going to be looking at there. 13 for a low on Saturday night. Sunday night will drop back down into the single digits. Our high temperature on Sunday will struggle to hit 20 degrees, and the same thing with Monday. So we're going to be moving into a pretty chilly period. For that matter, for the rest of the month, other than what we see today and tomorrow, we're going to be running below to much below average all the way through the 31st on our temperatures. Precipitation values will be average. Obviously, we're going to have a lot more lake effect type snows as we go through the next several days because of those winds gusting out of the west, southwest, and northwest. So along the Lake Michigan shoreline, we are going to see measurable amount of snow. We have a number of watches and warnings across the Upper Peninsula. That is going to continue. Right now, there's some major watches, winter storm watches up on the western side of the UP, and much of the Upper Peninsula is under the effects of winter weather advisories. So if you're going to be traveling there. The other thing that we have to mention, because it's unbelievable what's been happening as these systems have been looping down under the Great Lakes, moving from the northern plains down into the Tennessee Valley and then moving up the East Coast. The East Coast still reeling from the system that affected their weather over the weekend. There's another one that is going to be affecting the weather along the East Coast, and in particular the New England states and the Mid-Atlantic states as we approach the weekend coming up. So it's just not ending for those folks right now. Average high, we mentioned it, 29. The normal low is 16 on this date. The record high is 60, set back in 1996. The record low is 17 below zero, set back in 1994. A year ago, 31 was our high, 27 was our low. We picked up about an inch of snow. For that matter, the month of January, we had just under 4 inches of snow. But for the snow season, so far a year ago, we only had 9 inches. This year, we're approaching 16 inches out at MBS International Airport, but still for the month, we're looking at about 3.5 inches here in the Great Lakes Bay region, which is pretty close to what we experienced a year ago. Record depth of snow, or I should say the record accumulation of snow on this day, just under 6 inches. That was set way back in 1913. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Coming up, Rick Hollister going to be joining us from the Andersons to tell us what's going on with the markets. But first, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. This reminder coming up next week, Wednesday and Thursday, 26th, 27th, the 8th Annual Crop Summit, Great Lakes Crop Summit at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort in Mount Pleasant. We're going to have a lot of really good featured speakers and a lot of breakout sessions available as well. Join us. We'll be broadcasting from the summit on the 27th. So we'll look forward to seeing you there. But there's lots of activities going on both days. And our Craig Voorhees with the Rommel Agency will be joining us on Wednesday. He will be there both days covering the Crop Summit for us. On Wednesday of next week, we're going to be broadcasting from the warming tent at Zender's for the annual, I think it's the 31st, Snowfest going on in Frankenmuth, Zender Snowfest. So we look forward to a fun week next week. Rick Hollister joining us right now. Rick, what's going on with the markets?
Morning, Terry. Kind of mixed between corn, beans, and wheat. Corn and soybeans have been lower most of the day. Started actually in the overnight lower. Wheat has been higher. Weather forecast with this cold dipping out of Canada straight down into the plain states, the potential for sub-zero temperatures, and then some potential icing, and that has people concerned about our new crop wheat in our western plains. But really the weather focus in South America is what's gotten soybeans lower today. Good rains over the weekend, or our 3-day holiday that we had here in Argentina, where they really needed it. The areas that have been the hottest and driest have gotten some really beneficial rains. Doesn't fix the drought yet, but it definitely, if it turns into a pattern change, it's definitely something to keep an eye on there too. So beans are down 10, corn's down a couple, kind of caught in between. Wheat being up 20 cents today, new crop just up 15. So a mixed bag out there, and really South American weather forecasts continue to gyrate from warmer and drier to cooler and wetter here. So bears watching what actually happens there. We think that the weather in Argentina and Brazil right now will be really beneficial. The rains will be really beneficial to that second corn crop in Brazil, which is their largest corn crop they normally grow. Some of the early corn, the first planted corn, is maybe beyond repair no matter how much rain you'd put on. At this point, there's been some damage, and everybody has lowered their crop prospects for corn in Brazil because of it. But really their big crop is their second crop, which doesn't get started planting until just right in front of us here now. So rains could be really beneficial for that crop.
That's why I was kind of curious, because all the emphasis has been on soybeans, but they do raise other crops other than soybeans. Yep. And I was kind of curious how it was affecting the corn crop there, because as you said, they do have two crops.
Yeah, they've about a third is that first planted, the early planted. Their acreage is so close to the equator that they kind of stagger their plantings to have late season corn, but early season corn. They try and get first crop in the southern Brazil planted early and then harvested before it gets real hot in the summertime to affect their pollination. But with this year, they just got caught with just no rain here for the last 8 or 10 weeks. Has really hurt that first crop. But their second crop's getting underway in planting, and the rains look like could be really beneficial, Terry.
So what do we have on the board at the Andersons, Rick?
At the moment over hemlock, corn for January delivery is $549.5. New crop corn at $506. Soybeans old crop here for January at $13.15. The new crop beans at $12.30. Old crop red wheat $703. New crop red wheat for summer delivery at $707. Old crop white wheat $703 also, and the new crop white wheat at $713.
Have a great day. We'll talk to you later, Rick.
You too, Terry. Thank you.
You bet. Rick Hollister over at the Andersons. A little bit more in depth. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me right now. The Market Report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. Great Lakes Bay Area certified ag dealer. You can make a new Ram commercial truck a part of your everyday use for family, farm, and business today from Schaefer and Beerline since 1852, where family and service sells cars. And by the folks at Foster Blue Water Oil, they have Diesel Guard Supreme Plus from Valve Tech Petroleum, and that will make your diesel a whole different operating cat. They do take your diesel fuel to another level, because you will get more power, cleaner injectors, faster cold starts, maximum lubricity, year-round protection, and up to 8% improved fuel economy with Diesel Guard Supreme Plus. Contact your Foster representative or go online, fosterbluewateroil.com. Doug, what's going on?
7-year high.
Oh, boy.
Crude oil.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, you guys there. You know who else used to walk around like he wasn't really all there? Is John Gotti. Just wondering if there's a relationship there. I don't.
These days, we don't know, do we?
Yeah. Good Lord. So yeah, wheat's one of the big winners today. Silver too. They're running up about 2.5%. Yeah, that's about it. Heating oils down about 1%. Crude oils up about 1%. That's what's going on. Stock market's taking that kind of hard. I don't know. There's some rabble rousing going on over in Russia, so I guess might have something to do with the price of crude oil too. But here's your numbers. The March corn is $5.94, down 2.25. December corn $5.56 down 2. The March soybeans $13.58.5, down 10.25. The July soybeans $13.74, down 12. March wheat is $7.61, up 19.5, and December wheat $7.59.25, that's up 15. Crude oil $84.20, up 90 cents. The heating oil is $2.61, down 2.5 cents. Gasoline is $2.43.25, that's up a penny. Natural gas is $4.11.60, that's up 3.5 cents. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar gets you $1.2337 at the border, that's up 18 ticks. The yen is at 114.61, up 1 tick. The euro is at 113.33, down 74 ticks. The dollar is at 95.75, that's up 49 ticks. Gold is at $18.12.30, down $4.20. Silver's at $23.47, up 55.25 cents. Platinum's at $9.66.10, up $1.70.
Doug, thank you. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Joining me right now, Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. The market report is brought to you by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. Jerry, a little bit of a warm-up out there.
Is. So now we're thinking about annuals even more than ever with this weather. I know it's a little early, but our annuals event is this Wednesday or tomorrow at the State Theater, downtown Bay City. Starts at 6 o'clock. We ask that you please pre-register. We're going to be talking about annuals and how they work, what to do. We're going to show the benefits of aquapots. And aquapots are almost like, gosh, if you kill something in an aquapot, Terry, you really need to quit gardening. They're flawless. They're so easy to care for. They perform so well. But so at State Theater tonight, we ask that you State Theater Wednesday night, tomorrow night, we ask that you come down and pre-register by either email or calling Bay Landscaping. Email us at info@baylandscaping.net. See us on the website. And getting excited about looking at annuals because I'm already tired of snow and Drury. How about you?
Hey, there you go. Jerry, you take care. Have a good one, all right?
Yes, sir.
Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Craig Voorhees in a moment.
Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City knows a complex world sometimes demands a simple solution. Case in point, Workmaster utility tractors from New Holland. They're tough, practical workhorses that give you unmatched comfort with a low cost of ownership. Models from 55 to 74 horsepower give you expanded visibility with comfortable seating for two. A hitch lift capacity up to 4,000 pounds means you accomplish more with larger implements. Stop by Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, and Beale City today and ask about Workmaster utility tractors.
Farm Service brought to you by the folks at Kryjak's House Family Restaurant, 989-894-5531. If you've got an event coming up and you got to supply the food. Kryjak's House, corner of Cass in Michigan on Bay City's south side. Craig Voorhees, let's talk a little bit about working out in the shed out there.
Yes, good morning, Terry. Unfortunately, we've already had a few folks this year have some bad things happen out in the shed and shop. And so when they file a claim, they're asked a simple question: what did you lose? Well, that simple question has a very long answer. I mean, and I'm speaking of all the tools and, hand tools, grease guns, torches, all welders, all that stuff that you use on a day-to-day basis. You get a blank piece of paper and you get to fill that in and tell the insurance company what was lost or damaged. So I don't know too many people who have that list handy. So it's a good time this time of the year to be walking around the shed, taking pictures, some kind of notes, so that if you ever have to report that back to the insurance company, you don't have to do it from memory.
Good advice. You take care, Craig. We'll talk to you again soon. All right?
Thanks, Terry. We'll
you bet. See you soon. Along with me, Jerry Reif, attorney for, especially for some of our farmers out there right now. Jerry, good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm fine and trying to stay warm.
Yes, we are. What should we be telling our folks these days, Jerry?
Well, I just listened to your last speaker there and talking about taking video and different things and kind of seeing what they have to insure, et cetera, et cetera. Well, it's the same thing with estate planning. Now is a good time inside to take a good look at what you've already planned. Quite often the laws change, but what really affects most of the planning is the family situation, and the dynamic of the family is changing, right? So we encourage, if you have a will, that's fine. Does it still name the people you want? Do you have a revocable trust? Does it still name the beneficiaries you want? Is the trust named as a beneficiary of all the different life insurance, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Very important. So we have a checklist. We call it our tune-up. We don't charge for it. You go on the website, and we'd be happy to send it to you, mail it to you, email, whatever. It goes through different questions of what might have changed over the past year or the last time you took a look at it. To make sure that trust still does what it's supposed to do, but the beneficiary designations are really important. We had to change in the IRAs with the Secure Act a couple of years ago. A lot of people haven't double-checked those beneficiaries on an IRA. They worry about the taxes, but there's ways to avoid that or delay it or whatever. But the key is you want those monies working for you.
Now, the website, Jerry, what is that for that tune-up kit?
You go to jerryreiflawyer.com. That's my name, jerryreiflawyer.com.
Or we can call you.
We can call you at 989, of course, 790-1461. It's free, and your powers of attorney, and of course, those are really important. We don't charge for it. You need a tune-up. You go to physical. You get a physical every year or whatever. This is just as important.
Very good. Jerry, thanks a lot. We really appreciate you sharing. You take care. Have a good day, okay?
Stay healthy and warm.
I will. Joining me right now, Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. Steve, what's going on in New York right now?
Well, right now, the markets are off the lows, but they still don't look all that hot. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 6 points at 35,404, 372 million shares. The NASDAQ is down by 250, putting it at 14,643, volume 439 million shares. Locally, we're mostly lower there, too. Caterpillar, 229.29, up 35. Deere, 385.46, up 590. CMS, 62.67, down 108. Dow, 60.13, down 61. DuPont, 83.56, down 141. Corteva, 48.22, down 38. GM, 59.10, down 2. Trinzio, 57.11, down 9 cents. And that GM was $2, by the way. Walmart, 143.22, down 184. Home Depot, 366.92, down 508. Huntington Bank, 17.49, down 14. And AT&T is down by a nickel at 27.14. And I'm sorry there for a minute. I think I had my tongue tangled up around my eye cheeks, so I couldn't see what I was saying.
All right, Stevie. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Thumb Bank and Trust offers community farmers the welcome opportunity of working with people who understand the unique needs and challenges of farming. I'm Jared Fisher, Ag Specialist for Thumb Bank and Trust, and I'm also a proud farmer. All of our agricultural loan experts are working farmers, and that's just part of why Thumb Bank and Trust has been recognized as one of Michigan's premier agricultural lenders. It takes a farmer to understand the unique needs and challenges of another farmer, and it takes the lending capital available at Thumb Bank and Trust to grow a farm. Call us today or visit us at thumb.bank. We will meet you at one of our offices, in the field, or at the farm. At Thumb Bank and Trust, our relationships are built on trust. We're an old friend you can rely on. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. An equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude our program with a playing of our national anthem.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center Studios.
This is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.